It's 7 a.m. I just woke up to the sound of growling. And I knew it was Simba and Splash. Because sometimes they do that.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Boo, Sammy, Richard, Nancy, Goldie, Ziggy, Ringo, Eva, Hydrox, and Ditto, the Lucky Ferals.
Oh, Simba's growling. Is it raining? Good morning, Splash. Good morning, Simba. I'm like, what do I hear in this room? It's the CD player. I think. No, it's not the CD player. I'm hearing what sounds like rain, but it's not rain. It's the automatic feeder. I thought I was going crazy. I was like, what is this noise? Imagine a very light rainfall, like how that sounds on a house. That's what it sounds like. And I'm like, where is it coming from? It's coming from here. These have like a mechanical dial on them. So I guess it's giving off a very low clicking kind of noise. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. So tomorrow I have to leave the house early and I am going to be gone all day and potentially overnight. I would like to make it an overnight trip, but it depends on how the cats are. They've been good lately and there's been no health issues, so I should be able to do that. So that's why I put the automatic feeders out last night. Here's the 3 other ones because I want to get the cats kind of used to using these again so that when I set them up when I'm away, no one overindulges and then vomits from them. Like that's what I'm hoping. So I set these up last night and then I'm going to set them up again tonight. And then tomorrow I'm going to be leaving in the morning and then I'll set these up for tomorrow night. I'll also put the bigger feeders together for the cats so they'll have meals and snacks. And here's Boo. Good morning, Boo. I guess Boo slept here last night. This is his favorite spot right now. And he's been spending like his days and his nights in these cat towers. Usually this one, sometimes this one. Look how dirty this is. This has to be brushed out and then put in the wash. How you doing, Boo? Boo goes through phases where he has a favorite spot in the house, and right now this is his favorite spot. Here's Stella. She jumped on my bed to say good morning to me. Another nice thing about using these little feeders is that the cats did not wake me up once overnight. I had a good night's sleep, even though I didn't get to bed until about 1 a.m. And I woke up around 7. I mean, if you get 6 hours of good sleep, at least for me, it feels good. Because for the past, I don't even know how many days, I keep getting woken up in the middle of the night. So, when you get interrupted sleep, it's not as good as getting just uninterrupted sleep. Right, Stella? It is 6 p.m. and I am finishing up making homemade raw food for the cats. So this is my 3rd batch today. I've made about 45 pounds of food, so I'll be happy when this is done. It's rainy out and it's super humid. And I don't know if that's Oliver or Olivia. So he or she has been sleeping on a patio chair, like under the table to stay dry. And it's super warm and humid right now, so they don't even have to worry about, staying warm right now. I just brought out some food for her or him, and I put it underneath the table so it's protected from rain if it starts raining again. So I just wanted to document that. I'm going to go back inside and finish up. I'm starting to think maybe this is Olivia instead of Oliver because I have not had a male name that really stuck with this cat. Like even calling this cat Oliver just never really felt 100% right to me. So when I was trying to figure out like the name,
I don't know why, but I kept hearing like John Boy Walton or like the Waltons or something like that. But Olivia is the mother's name on the Waltons. Maybe that's why I kept being led toward the Waltons. And I didn't really think of Olivia at the time. The only time I thought of Olivia was today when I was posting a photo of this cat. And I was like, is it Oliver or Olivia? But maybe that's why I was getting a Waltons reference. And, you know, I just kind of like hear things or feel things when it comes to these cats and finding out names for them. And that's something that I kept like hearing and feeling. Like, I don't know why I kept like being drawn toward the Waltons, but maybe that's what it is. Maybe the cat was telling me that it's not Oliver, it's Olivia. And I was too stupid to figure that one out because I was thinking of the boys' names instead of the girls' names. So now I just have to try to get a good view of the backside of this cat. Now in the past, when I have looked at previous video and images to try to figure out if this is a boy or a girl, it kind of looked like a boy. That's why I was leaning toward the boys' names. But maybe it's been a situation like Nancy where I was trying so many different names with Nancy and nothing was sticking because she wasn't a boy. And once I said, okay, let's name her a girl, it stuck and she ended up being a girl. So maybe this is actually Olivia. It is 8:20 a.m. and I set up the feeders for the cats last night. They got a little bit of breakfast out of the feeders this morning. I'm going to give them some canned food. Then I'm going to fill these up with their dinner, and their meals from tomorrow are pretty much already in the feeders. Here's Stella. She's hanging out in a cat tower. Here's Splash. Here's Simba. And here's Boo. They each have a window seat this morning. They're all very happy. And I need to finish getting ready for my day so I can get out of here sooner rather than later. And I am so thankful for this mini tambourine because this gets Nancy downstairs when nothing else works. Like all I have to do is shake this and she runs downstairs. Because this morning she tried to sneak upstairs. I've told the Lucky 7 that they have to stay downstairs today. And, you know, they have their automatic feeder on, so they know that when I set up their feeder, they stay downstairs, or they should know that. But Nancy wanted to sneak upstairs anyway. So I was like, well, what am I going to do now? So I grabbed the tambourine, I shook the tambourine, and she goes running downstairs. So I'm really happy that I have her trained that way because at least it's a very easy way for me to get her to go downstairs. It's 10:15. I'm just about ready to leave. And I gave the Lucky 7 some catnip toys, some new things for them. And they have a spider to play with. And there's some canned food here for them to finish. And they have their dry food coming out of the automatic feeder. And I have 2 small lamps on for them, as well as the TV and the dehumidifier. I need to figure out some other kind of larger light that I can put on a timer for them, because I don't want to leave the lights on because then it's just like constant bright light down here 24/7. I'd rather have it like this where it's just like dimly lit and then at night it gets darker. I think it's better for them. Plus, if they want more light, they could go by the windows. There's 3 windows down here that they could enjoy looking out of. And I left my flip-flops down here. Eva's laying on one of the flip-flops. For some reason, they really like them. And the goal is just to keep everyone calm. Upstairs, I have the Music for Cats CD playing. Here's Sammy. And I'm very much hoping that I could come home tomorrow and not have to clean up vomit. There's Nancy. She's in the window. Nancy and Sammy tend to be the wild cards. So right now, they're calm. They're happy down here. That's good. Here's Splash. She's laying on my bed. I have all the cameras set up. I just checked to make sure I have a full view of everything inside the house and outside the house. And Splash looks very relaxed, and I'm going to get going. Okay, see you tomorrow, Boo. Do your job, okay? It's 11:15 a.m. Here's Boo. It's a dark and rainy day today. And these are the automatic feeders that the cats have been eating out of for the past 2 days. I got back very late last night, around midnight. And so what I did was I turned off the big feeders so they don't try to dispense breakfast today. And the cats are going to have some homemade raw food for breakfast. Here's Stella, the OG4, just got flea comb this morning. I did not find any fleas on anybody.
And here's Nancy. She came upstairs maybe like 10 minutes ago, and she just ambushed Boo in the living room. So Nancy was the last one up here that I was flea combing, and as soon as I was done flea combing her, she ran from the hallway into the living room. Boo was standing on the cat scratcher in the living room. She ran right up to Boo and made like scary cat noises, which is that thing she does. She didn't touch Boo. What she does is she runs up to him and then stops short, like she's going to scare him. But Boo was not having any of it, and he just got in a very fierce pose and hissed really nasty at her, and then she backed away. And that's what's going on. And here's Simba, and I don't know if Simba has an upset stomach, but this morning he jumped on the bed. He was acting fine, but yesterday when I got home, there was a little bit of vomit in Boo's room, and it was all pretty much undigested crunchies. It wasn't much at all. It was maybe, I don't know, like a tablespoon of crunchies. It was just like maybe someone ate one of the small servings of crunchies that are in the snack feeders and then vomited that up. So I was very happy that I did not have to clean up lots of vomit throughout the house. I did have the relaxing cat music running the entire time while I was away, so hopefully that was helpful. And right now the cats are waiting for their breakfast. It is raining outside. I just went outside and I put a plate of food underneath the patio table. And let's call her Olivia, was laying on one of the patio chairs. I guess because it's sheltered from the rain, because it has the tablecloth and also the umbrella. So maybe it stays dry. And I put a plate of food under there. It wasn't completely dry under the table, because it probably just gets splashes from like where the rain is falling, but it should keep the food dry enough so she could eat it. And underneath the house stays dry. Like there's a big dry area under the house, so she could go under there if she wants to. So we'll see. And once again, I don't know if this is Olivia or Oliver. That's still yet to be determined. We're just going to see what name feels better and fits better. Good morning, Sammy. So last night I emptied all the water bowls down here and I filled them with water, and I definitely noticed that the cats drink a lot more water when all they're eating is dry food versus when they're getting raw food and wet food. This is all the dry food that's left in the feeder trays. I actually shut off this feeder last night around midnight when I got home, and there was a good amount of food on it at that time, so maybe they ate a little bit overnight since then, but I think they're really waiting for like real food versus this processed food. To me, dry cat food always equates to eating like dry cereal for humans. Yeah, it has nutrition, but no, it's definitely not like the best food for us to eat. Imagine eating dry cereal like 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I'm talking without milk, without anything, just water with it. And that's kind of like the equivalent for cats. Although they do enjoy it as a snack and as an occasional meal, when this is like all they're eating, I don't think they really like it that much. Here's Sammy. There's Ziggy. They all have to get flea combed. Nancy already got flea combed. She was upstairs and she had no fleas on her. Hey, Sammy. You gotta get flea combed. Hey, Ziggy, you gotta get combed. Hey, Richard, gotta get combed. Here's Goldie and little Eva. And look what they did to the palm tree cat scratcher. They knocked it over. Here's Ringo. I don't know if you could see him, and I don't know if this is in focus, but he loves hanging out under this table down here. There's a bunch of stuff, like storage stuff under this table. I have to go through it and get rid of some stuff. But he just loves laying on top of this like storage box that he's on top of. It's 1 p.m. Look at what's going on here. I don't know if there's reflections. I'm shooting this through the back door. That's Sammy meowing at me. But this is Cousin Olivia. Or Cousin Oliver. It could be Cousin Olivia. But I just saw her like rolling around out there. I was like, wow, she's really enjoying herself. The sun just came out. I'm sure it feels good after a few wet, cold days.
So I have the music for cats playing in the living room. It's on the stereo. It could be heard throughout the house. And I refilled the feel-away dispensers because I noticed they were empty, and Splash seemed to be a little bit stressed out, more so than usual. And he really needs the feel-away dispensers more than anyone else. So I just put 3 new ones in, and now he seems to be a lot calmer. He's laying with Stella in the dining room. Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.